How cool do these two look together? Hi guys, welcome back to the RC store. My name's Ammo. Look at what we got on the desk today, guys. This is the brand new Losi Promoto Supermoto. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Now, those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, you know back in 2023, we hunted the UK to get a Losi Promoto-mx. They were hard to get hold of. Literally, we only had a short batch coming to the UK and pretty much sold out on pre-sales and pre-orders straight away. However, we managed to pick one up. If you haven't seen that video, guys, check that out. It's on our channel, and we didn't make the same mistake this time round. Literally, the day it's come out, we've got it, and that was a big thanks to Appliance Electronics, guys. Now, if you want some fantastic customer service, be sure to check their website out. I'll put a link in the description where you can buy this from. Also, their website scrolling across the bottom here. Wow, looking forward to this. Now, the old Promoto, we had a bit of a journey with, as you know. I think we were one of the first in the UK where it got smoked and the starter basically failed on us. Losi replaced the starter under warranty, and I was a bit on the edge ever since then, whether to run it or not. So recently, I brought myself a set of supermoto tires for it. And then what happens? This gets announced. So I didn't manage to put the supermoto tires on that one yet. So I'm going to keep that bike just for off-road use, obviously in dry conditions, because I don't want a starter issue, or I don't even know what caused that starter issue. I don't know whether it was water or whether it was just a faulty part. I don't know, and that's the honest truth, because I've had mixed opinions and reviews on there where people have said they run theirs through wet mud, water, no problems, never had an issue. Other people say they send it, no issues. Other people say theirs is failed in the dry. So it's one of those, we just don't know. However, when I heard this is coming out, I had to grab one. So in this video, guys, we're going to unbox this and check it out. So without further ado, let's get into the box art. So looking at the front of the box, doesn't this look fantastic? I will say this box is absolutely massive for this bike. This is a 1/4 scale motorcycle, and this version is a full RTR. So going through the back of the box, showing you some of the specifications here. This is race inspired. The actual bike does have head dampening, as you can see here on the diagram. You have got a servo saver, front forks, true spoke wheels. You've got a flywheel unit, which I believe is the starter. You've got the rising rate rear suspension. This is ready to run. You got Proline Racing Supermoto street tires, realistic chain drive, twin aluminium plate chassis, and standard size battery compartment as well. Now, there's some specifications just here. You can pause the screen if you want to look at the dimensions, etc. We're going to flip this around and check out the other side. You got front crash structure, front cable driven disc brakes, updated lean bars. The rear fender there flicks up to protect it from braking. And these are all the bits the full complete RTR version comes with. This does have the Spectrum MS6X motorcycle stability technology, which is smart technology. There is some technobabble there if you'd like to read it, and once again there. But this is basically the guts of the bike itself. And over on the other side, where the customer comes first. How epic does that look? So you can buy this bike in two options. They're both pretty much ready to run. One actually comes with a supplied battery and charger, where the other doesn't. This one actually has the battery and the charger with it. Right, the box art out the way. Let's get this box cut open and let's dive right in. I'm actually looking forward to this. I've not actually seen the bike myself. I've literally just picked it up and I thought I'd get it straight on camera and get this unboxing done for you guys. So this is how it comes presented. It's pretty much sealed up. You do get your instruction manual in that pack there, and this is all covered up. So taking this covering off, once you take this off, it's all revealed. So this is how it comes presented, nicely packed, as you can see. Loads of goodies in there. I'm going to get all this unwrapped and spread it across the desk, and let's go through it together. So guys, we've got everything spread across the desk. let's dive right in. Let's open this pack up. Let's see what it comes with before we reveal the bike. I'm actually more eager to look at this bike, to be fair, but let's go through what comes with it. So this guide is basically to help you guys, people that are out there that are looking to buy this bike. This will show you an indication of what actually comes with it, what you're going to require, and so you know what to expect when you purchase this, to be fair. So you get a Losi sticker just here. It looks more like a business card around the back. It's basically got some details to social media platforms for Losi. You do get a quick start guide with this as well. Looking at that in there, it basically shows you how to control the bike and a couple of the maneuvers you should practice before you get right into it. It also shows you around the back different driving modes, etc. as well. I do say, those of you that ain't had one of these motorbikes, if you ain't had the old one, practice and actually read the manuals, because they will actually help you. I know it's just normal nature for us to get a toy like this, open it up, stick a battery in it and go out and run it. But I personally do advise with this particular model, read the manuals. You get a leaflet showing you all the optional extras that are available. As you can see just there, there's some more bits just there as well. You can get a nice carbon fiber chassis as well for these. You get another decal sheet, as you can see here. Absolutely loving the colorways with this new bike. And you also get this decal sheet. Now, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, but these are actually numbers. They're all in white, so you can pick your number and put it on your sideboards on the actual bike itself. You do get a nice thick instruction manual. The instruction manual is quite detailed, as you can see, so I would take the time out to read the manuals. They are in multiple languages as well. And then over towards the back of the manual, you do have exploded diagrams showing you different parts of the bike along with part numbers that you can use to reference when you need to buy replacements, etc. That's the manuals out the way. What else do we get with this bike? This particular one comes with a battery. So I'm just going to open this up and I'll show you exactly what battery it comes with. Those of you that have got the old one, you probably already got a battery. However, I went for the option of getting a second battery as well. It just worked out better for me. So you do get a IC3 to an IC5 adapter in here. The battery itself, this one is an IC5, and this battery is a Spectrum 5000 milliamp 50C 2S rated battery. And that's what comes with the bike itself. It's the same battery that came with the old bike. So you do also get a Spectrum smart charger as well. Now, I believe this is the same one that comes with the old bike once again. So if you've got the old bike and you're happy using that single battery over two bikes, go for the non-battery version. If you want to save yourself some pennies, you do get the S120 little USB charger with this particular model. Charger also comes with a USB cable, which is a USB-C that goes into the actual charger, and you get a standard USB plug on the opposite end. You do get some tools with the bike. So as you can see here, you've got a couple of spanners. You've also got some nails. Now what these nails are actually for is on the back of the bike, as you can probably see just here, you have got this stand. Now, this stand, if you are running it on obviously grass, I don't know why they supplied nails on a Supermoto, but on the old bike, what you did was you used the nails to put into these holes at the end here. And once you put the nails in on grass, it holds this in place. You can pop your bike in there and get off the start line. Well, that's the idea, but I don't believe anybody used them. You do get yourself a stand as well for the bike. So if you don't want to have it standing up as it is, as you can see there, you can use this stand here. So it's more like a pit stand, and that sits in the middle and the bike sits on top. I'll demonstrate that in a little while for you. You do get a set of AA batteries. You also get some chain adjusters, as you can see here. They pop into your rear swing arm and it allows the adjustment of the chain. So the chain tensioners basically. So you do get them as well. You do get a foam piece in there. I don't know what the foam piece is for yet. You get some chain lube. You can't go wrong with a bit of lube, eh? So the old bike came with this as well. And it's something you should always do, is basically lube that chain to prevent it from basically getting rusty. And it just keeps it nice and smooth and maintained. You do get a DX3 controller. Now this DX3 Spectrum controller is slightly different compared to a normal DX3. Those of you that have already got the Losi Promoto-MX, you will know that this is the same as the MX basically. So the Supermoto version has the MS6X technology in it. So I'll go through the controller with you guys. So just on the base here, it takes 4 AA batteries. They just slot into the bottom just there. You do have a nice trigger on here. I do like these controllers, to be fair. You can control them single-handedly, but I probably wouldn't advise to, but you can do. They've got a nice foam grip on the wheel. The actual wheel's got a spoked motorbike wheel compared to the others where they've got more like a racing car wheel. Now you do have loads of adjustments on here. So over here you got your front brake trim, you got your steering sub trim, you've got your front brake travel, and you've also got your MS6X rates just here as well. Now on top you've got your steering neutral and reverse, flywheel on and off, and you've got your throttle, which is 50%, 75% or 100%. So depending on who's using the bike, you can select what sort of power you want to give it. You do also have the A and B button. Now on a lot of vehicles, this you don't use, but on the bikes, you do use this. So you have different modes. You have like wheelie mode, race mode, etc. Now depending on what mode you're in, the bike will react differently. So argument's sake, if it's in wheelie mode and you pull that trigger, the bike will literally wheelie and continue to wheelie. And if it's in like race mode, etc., it won't wheelie whatsoever. You can pull that trigger and it will aim to keep the nose down on the bike so you can literally shoot off without messing around. You do have a bind button just here, and you got the on and off switch around the back on the controller just there. Smart battery telemetry on here, as you can see here. So you've got 4 lights here as an indicator. If you're using the Spectrum battery, it will talk to the receiver, which will lay information back to the controller, and it'll show you your battery level on the actual bike itself. As you're all probably aware, that's if you obviously use Spectrum batteries with Spectrum controllers and electronics, you do get that. So, the jargon out the way, let's get this bike unwrapped. Oh, wow. Wow. Guys, this looks absolutely fantastic. Now I'm going to just pop it on this stand and I'll show you how this stand works as well. So the stand literally sits underneath the belly there and the bike stands up. But guys, this looks absolutely epic. Now I think mainly it's down to the graphics, the color scheme just pops really, really well. Fantastic. Looking at the tires, wow, so grippy. These are like mega grippy, guys. This is unreal. I think what I'm going to do, I'll pull the camera in and let's go through all the specifications of the bike. And then after that, what I probably will do, I'll pull down the MX bike and we can compare the two as well. So before I pull you guys in and show you the bike in detail, I just want to give a huge shout out to SMRC, which is a YouTube channel that belongs to a chap called Sonny. He actually thankfully sent me some 3D printed parts for the actual bike. He owns a online eBay store which is called RC 3D Workshop. Be sure to check him out. I'll put a link in the description. He prints basically all components for the bike and he gladly sent me some bits out for this. So I'll just show you what I've got and these will really help protect the bike itself. So for example, I've got some boot guards here. Now these boot guards, I'll put the green ones on. I've got a couple of different colours. But I'll put the green ones on just because it'll pop on the bike and it'll show on the camera. But I will be putting the black ones on this bike. So they literally just go over his boots, as you can see there. Now that's going to protect the boot from getting basically road rash. You do also get some elbow pads. They'll go over on the elbow like so. And I believe you just cable tie. They do have little holes in them. So you can just cable tie them on. Now, this one, you do need to cable tie, but it's quite important because it protects the jersey from ripping. When the bike tips over, etc., it rips a jersey, and these jerseys ain't cheap, guys. So, you've got that one there. Also, you've got one that goes on the rear mudguard at the top. I'll be putting the black one on this bike, but I'll demonstrate with the green just to show you guys. So, this literally slides over the top. And then you've got 2 bolts just there on the bike itself. You just take them bolts out and put them through the top here. Now what this is going to do is prevent the actual mudguard from getting chewed up. So every time it wheelies, etc., as you can see there, you can see the back mudguard would rub against the tarmac floor. It won't now. You've got protection. So it's definitely worth investing in some of these. And to be honest, for the price, you can't go wrong. They are like the kit, I believe, is like between £5 to £10. And he sells absolutely everything you need from. So I'll put a link in the description below as well. Be sure to check him out. So starting on the front, now we do have these new Proline Supermoto tires, and these, I ain't gonna lie, feel absolutely incredible. Really soft compound and really sticky. I think these are going to hook up really well, to be fair. You can notice straight away the actual wheel diameter looks smaller than the older bike. Now I believe they also have upgraded the caliper piston for better braking on this. Going over towards the mudguard's a lot shorter, obviously supermoto style, but once again looks fantastic. You got your number board just there, and also on the handlebars you notice straight away you've got some hand guards just here where the old bike didn't have them, and this one does. So they've revised that. Going over to the rider itself, the rider just looks crazy. It looks absolutely fantastic. I think Losi have done a good job. I'll say they did a good job at the start, to be fair, inventing something like this. But the rider's position, his legs are sitting slightly higher. His knees are higher as well. I will bring the other bike down just to show you the comparison. I think the other bike, the knees sit about here. There's not a huge difference, but there's enough just for you to get that lean angle a bit better. Now, the foot risers are sitting slightly higher as well. So his feet are in a different position. The lean bars, these are rubber wheels, where the old one had plastic wheels. These are nice rubber wheels, so you probably won't get that droning noise when it's leaning. Coming around the back, this door looks pretty much the same. So once again, the rear fender does flip up, so when you're doing wheelies, you don't destroy this or it doesn't rip off. And you do have another guard just under there. Now, you do obviously have your chain. The chain obviously needs oiling. And here you do have the chain adjuster. So when I was showing you that pack with chain adjusters, so literally you can take these out and tension the chain to your desire. Obviously, these chains do stretch over time, so do bear that in mind. The rear tire looks really nice. It looks a lot wider than the front. Once again, really sticky as well. Over on the rear, you have a nice FMF silencer, as you can see here. But if we look up just here, you do have a split pin. Pull that split pin out, and here is your battery compartment. And as you guys can see, that's where your battery will slide into. Your battery cables come out here, curl around through the exhaust pipe, and connect into that IC5 connector just there. Over on the other side of the wheel, you do have an artificial brake rotor and brake caliper. These don't actually work, it's just more for aesthetics. But the wheels themselves, like I said, look fantastic. The rear tire's a lot wider. Once again, the compound's really nice. Over here, you got your rear shock, as you can see just in there. Coming across here, you do have your on and off switch in there, and your bind button there as well, hidden away. I will say the suspension feels really good on the front, as you can see there. On the rear, it feels quite plush as well, as you can see. How cool do these two look together? So I've pulled the old one down just to show you guys the main differences that you can see straight away. So if you look at the legs, you can actually see the Supermoto, which is this one here, the knees sitting a lot higher than this one here. The lean bar on this one is sitting a lot lower than that one there, along with the feet as well. So they're the main differences that you can spot right away. So you can see here the Supermoto wheel is a lot smaller than the motocross wheel. However, it might look the other way because the Supermoto is sitting in front. But I can assure you the Supermoto wheel is a lot smaller than the motocross wheel, as you can see there. Another difference you'll notice is the chain guard. If you have a look at that chain guard there and come across to the Supermoto and have a look at the chain guard there, the Supermoto chain guard is a lot smaller, which basically allows the bike to have a better lean angle without it catching and rubbing on the floor, which means you can probably lean a bit more and get some more action. On the handlebars, look in there, you've got no protectors. You can see he's got some sore knuckles already. Going across to the new one, you do have some guards just there. hopefully prevents him chewing his hands up. So there you have it, guys. The brand new Promoto Supermoto by Losi. Looks absolutely epic. Now you can see both of them side by side. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I had to get one. Simple reason being I was going to convert this one for on-road use. I've actually, like I said, got some Proline Supermoto tyres to go on this. And then this came out as soon as the tyres arrived because there was a shortage in the UK for tyres. Typical. So I just had to have it, and now I've got myself an off-road version and an on-road version. Best of both worlds. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.